Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning sir. Good morning to my classmate. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Christian A. Tolentino. Single pa rin ako. Magpapasko na, wala pa rin akong jowa. And now, uh, the topic that have given to me is all about the built environment. First, the outline of this topic, there are 4 outlines. 4. And the number 1, what are the history of built environment? Number 2, definition of built environment. And for the number 3, components of the built environment. And for the number 4, impacts of built environment to human health. First, we go to the what are the history of built environment. When we say history, according to this topic or this definition, early concepts of built environment date to classical antiquity. Hippodamus of Miletus, known as the father of urban planning. When we say urban planning, he is one of the tagagawa ng mga urban. For example, the construction of built buildings and developed Greek cities from 498 BC to 408 BC that created order by using grid plans that map in the city. And for the number 2, these early city plans eventually gave way to the city beautiful movement in the late 1880s and early 1990s. Kung makikita nyo, the city of Hippodamus created a beautiful movement the late 1880s and early 1990s. According to this definition, kung makikita nyo habang tumatagal, mas lalong gumaganda ang cities ng Greece. And inspired by Daniel Hudson Burnham, a reformist for the progressivism movement who actively promoted a reform of the landscape in tandem with political change. And we go now to the number 2 outline of this topic, the definition of built environment. When we say built environment, it's man-made. Of course, when we say man-made, tayo yun. Lahat na makita nyong built environment or environment, mga tao ang gumagawa nito. And later, makikita nyo kung ano ang epekto ng built environment. Pero ngayon, pag-uusapan natin what are the advantage of built environment in human life. Surrounding that provide the settings for human activity. These activities range from, para hindi kayo malito, there are 5 activities range for built environment. There are domestic construction, commercial and civic construction. There are utilities, landscape areas, and communication infrastructure. Yang 5 yan, pag-uusapan natin. Ready na ba kayo? Of course. And sabi dito, and any other man-made structure which has affected the environment. And the number 1 is domestic construction. Building that people live in. This could be a simple one-room cottage through 1 and 2-story dwellings to multi-story structures. When we say domestic construction, napakasimple lang yan. Ito, itong mga nakikita nyo, this are example of domestic construction or domestic structure. Kung may iba naman, buildings, houses, village, that are the main example of domestic structure, as simple as that. And this design is a construction design using high level of insulation. And we go to the number 2, built environment. This commercial and civic construction. If you can see the picture, that is the important. That are the example of commercial and civic construction. The Ulster Bank head office in Belfast in large commercial property covered from a discussed church building. And some buildings are extremely famous, such as the Taj Mahal in India Its construction started in 1931 and took 22 years to complete. As many as 28 different varieties of semi-precious and precious stone were used to adobe the Taj with exquisite inlay work. And utilities. When we say utilities, its services make an important contribution to the built environment. The following are some of the most common services: electricity, gas, water, communication. These are very self-explanation or self-explanatory. Self-explanation. And when we say electricity, it's common human resources, gas, water, and communication. And for the number 3, it is a landscape areas which have been altered by man. When we say landscape, ito yung mga gandang gawa ng mga tao. And the following are example of some of the types of area which may be landscape, parks and play areas, and gardens. If you can see the picture, yan po yung mga example ng parks and play areas or garden. Ang ganda, no? Parang ikaw lang. And for the number 3, communication infrastructure. Communication infrastructure includes the road network, the railway network, water super network, and air traffic. The picture, magkita nyo dyan sa picture, that are the 4 communication infrastructure includes of the 4 networks or the 3 network and 1 air traffic. And for the number 4, what do you call this? Number 4 outline of this topic, what are the impacts of human health, the built environment. Take note, if you can see the picture, makikita niyo dyan yung disadvantage of built environment. And now, what are the impacts of health? In this note, if you can see the note of the PowerPoint presentation, how would you interpret the relationship between population health and the built environment in these pictures? The number 1, prompts or the clockwise, yung nasa baba yun, baka malilito kayo ito. Clockwise, from upper left, idling car asthma. Kung nakikita nyo sa sasakyan yung lumalabas yung usok, ang makukuha natin dyan ay asthma at marami pang iba. And urban sprawl yung nasa baba. Loss of farmland, inactivity, air population, traffic injuries. Kung makikita nyo sa picture, napaka-traffic, pwede tayong magkaroon ng mga air pollution or accident. And unsafe sidewalk, discourage activity, false traffic injuries, homelessness, poor health, social exclusion, loss of productivity, discourage activity by other subdivision design, reliance on cars, inactivity, asthma. Halos pare-parehas lang sila na nasa daan. That are the main advantage of built environment in our health. Kaya I will encourage you to know what are the importance of built environment in human life, because dapat gamitin natin ito sa tama. Thank you po sa inyong lahat, and I hope you appreciate my video presentation or discussion or power presentation na lang. And thank you po sa inyong pakikinig, and sana naintindihan nyo po. Kung meron man po kayo hindi naintindihan, please comment. Thank you, and mag-iingat po kayong lahat kasi the virus is nandyan lang sa tabi-tabi. Thank you.